Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another Incursio the Gamer Dungeons & Dragons quick build video. Today we have with us Goldship from Uma Musume. Now, before we get into anything, I just want to say, if you want to build any other of the horses, such as Haru Urara, or maybe TM Opera O, or hell, even if you want to build like a different character from a different series, but that is also a horse. For example, Jovial Merryment if you want to build, or maybe even Cyan or Doorknob. If those are any of your favorite characters, you can build them. All you have to do is take Tabaxi the race and Monk the class. You can, of course, add Bard or Fighter as a subclass, or maybe just dump fully into Monk. But I will say, if you ever want to play a horse-oriented character, take Tabaxi, take Monk. Doesn't matter if you take the updated DND 1 Monk, or if you take the older versions of DND 5e, or anything else, right? It's at the end of the day, Monk Tabaxi build. Okay, let's get into who Goldship is. She is one of the characters. I believe she is a late Surger from Uma Musume, the game, and is also a very silly horse in real life. In real life, she cost the Japanese people, I believe, like, what, 12 million US dollars because of racehorse bets. But anyways, yeah, very silly horse, never raced really hard once in her life, his life as a male horse, and is a great character, I would personally say. Also part of Team Spica and Team Sirius, I think. I'm not sure how to pronounce those. Um, and yeah, let's just get into the build. I'm gonna be real with you. So, female Tabaxi, Monk 2, Bard 4, level 6. Remember, I only build level 6. You guys can build from here on out. And I might just make the Red Mist a level 20 character. We'll see how that goes. Dexterity and Charisma are going to be your high stats, Dex being the primary stat. Strength and Con next. Con because you're going to be a healthy horse. Intelligence, Wisdom, Goldship isn't the smart one. Dump that. Just straight up dump that. If you want to build Tachyon, increase the intelligence and wisdom, maybe decrease the constitution a little bit and the strength. Walking speed 50, 45 health pool, 14 AC, initiative 4, which is all good. Dex and strength will be your saving throw proficiencies, 13, 10, 11 for passive senses respectively, and dark vision 60 feet. Here are your proficiencies. And because you are a bar, let's talk skills. Acrobatics, intimidation, nature, perception, performance, persuasion, stealth, survival are proficiencies. Athletics, deception, expertise. I specifically want to talk about athletics, deception, and performance because, like I said, Goldship has never run like all out once in her life, it seems, or his life as the real racehorse. Meaning, because no one understood that until they inspected the muscles of Goldship, which had no wear and tear that many of the other racehorses had. Meaning, this is just really funny. This is just like comical because like I said earlier, Goldship, I believe, cost the people like $12 million. But anyways, real good acting from Goldship. Let's talk actions. Hooves of Victory is just the cat's claws from Tabaxi. Reflavored, it is still slashing damage. Unarmed strikes are great. You also have dash, disengage, dodge, grapple, shove. Let's talk bonus actions. You have, of course, unarmed strikes again with a flurry of blows and bardic inspiration. Unfortunately, you cannot inspire yourself, but it is what it is. Maybe inspire the crowd. Flurry of blows, of course. Patient defense and step of the wind are what you're really going to be using. Mostly focus step of the wind. Because you have your dash action to increase this 50 speed up to 100, focus step of the wind, make that 150 or 200 if your DM allows it. And this 200 will come in handy later because you can increase that one more time. Now, reactions, you have cutting words. It is maybe the intimidation factor that Goldship uses during races, and opportunity attack. Others, you have feline agility, which increases that 200 up to 400, or this 50 up to 100, or that 100 up to 200, or that 150 up to. It just doubles the speed. However, you cannot move to your next turn. This is kind of like how late Surger Goldship and Uma Musume Pretty Derby just kind of sprints all out towards the very end and speeds up like insane amounts. Uncanny Metabolism, of course, comes with a horse. Focus points, you pretty much only going to use that for Step of the Wind. And limited use, you've seen everything. Let's talk spells. Dancing Lights, Prestidigination. Yeah, it's so hard to pronounce that for me. And Vicious Mockery, of course. Disguise Self-Heroism, Longstrider, Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Longstrider is going to be nice because you can increase the movement speed by 10, moving that up to 60. Now, if you have that on you, it goes from 60 to 120 to 240 up to 480. I believe 480 is around the capped speed of actual horses. I think they run at like 32 miles an hour. Like, hold on, what is horses' top speed IRL? like 44 miles an hour. There we go. And 44 miles an hour, maybe 55 miles per hour if, the fastest recorded horse speed ever. I'm sure you could absolutely reach that with, these sorts of long strider things. I'm not sure. Yeah, no, this just increases your ally. But enhanceability is nice. That is really cool, as well as Zone of Truth. But that just kind of comes with Bard at this point. Um, I'll be completely honest. Of the Bard spells, you're not going to take any damage ones. You're just here for the buff spells. Now, inventory. Clothes, costume, and longhorn. Make some funny noise. Change out of the original clothes into the racing clothes or the performance clothes. Yeah, Goldship doesn't have anything on her, but that's okay because you're a monk and a bard. Features and traits, let's talk. So, oh wow, did I take bard first? No, I took monk first. Acrobatics, athletics, hand drum, of course. Martial arts, naturally. Unarmored defense, monk's focus, flurry of blows, patient defense, step of the wind. All this stuff just comes in handy. It is really nice to be a monk because that's kind of like what a horse is. You're living off the meat of the land, and you really don't need any weapons. Now, for Bard, of course, Trumpet Deception, you get Bardic Inspirations, which is nice, and Expertise, Jack of all trades. College of Lore is really nice because you gain Cutting Words, and you take the Mobile feat. That's really nice. Now, of course, species traits, you're a Tabaxi. This is real nice because you can increase your con and dex. Languages, I took Goblin mode as a real funny, interpretation because she's just crazy. But remember, all horses are pretty much the same. Jovial's not so different from TM Opera O, who isn't so much different from Goldship. You're just a Tabaxi monk at the end of the day, with a little variation. Humanoid, size medium, speed, of course, 30. But you have Cat's Claws, Dark Vision, Feline Agility. Feline Agility is real nice. For the feats, Mobile. Increase your speed by 10 feet. I love Mobile. Mobile is beautiful. Additionally, when you make a melee attack, it doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. That's nice. That's just a great bonus, like for the rest of your turn, I believe. Yeah, for the rest of that creature's turn, whether you hit or not. Wonderful. Entertainer, as the Umas are entertainers. Chaotic Good, of course, that is Goldship. Female with rosewood eyes, medium size, about 5'7", but I think that's if you want to size her down to human, say, proportions. If you want to go with the actual Goldship, I think it's like 9 feet tall or something. I don't remember. This white skin, age 19, as she is the oldest member in that high school, and of course silver gray hair. She believes in herself, Golshi. Wonderful stuff. Add whatever you want to personality traits, appearance, notes, and extras. Now, remember again, ladies and gentlemen, all the horses are pretty much the same. I will say TM Opera O is less so in Bard. I'd say like 3 Monk, 3 Bard. Haru Urara, maybe like 1 in Monk, 5 in Bard, because she keeps inspiring everyone else. Instead of high dexterity, put it more into charisma. That would be, Haru. But if you want to go jovial merriment, dump into strength, dex, and like wisdom. You're going full monk, not a single level in Bard. If you want to go Agnes Tachyon, then maybe go Artificer or something. But you're mostly going to stay monk, and maybe not Bard. If you don't have Artificer available to you, try going Wizard, and then maybe some faster things. The inspiration that you can inspire yourself from in the Uma game, that isn't, just plain and simple, oh, yada yada yada. You could actually use spells with that, pair it alongside. Now, if you're, of course, going Horse Race Test, you can obviously add, like a fighter class. Say you want to be like Yellow, which is Lightning Strikes thrice, I believe. Then you are a support class specifically for Jovial. Yes, you can take some levels in Bard, take some levels in Monk, but I'm sidetracking. Point is, at the end of the day, everything horse related is going to be Tabaxi Monk. I hope you all enjoyed this video. This was a real joy for me to make personally. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll try to keep uploading from here on out because of college anyways. But good night, bye, and good night.